So let's pivot and look at some of these innovations in action, but through a customer lens. We'll see how a customer is targeted by advertising, engages with the brand. Infinity will adapt the experience in real time based on the customer's behavior. We'll see Digital Assistant guiding them through the journey with a conversational approach, and then we'll bring in our sales teams to support the journey at just the right moment. Let's go back to the demo. Jane, our customer, is reading an article about energy usage and sees an ad for Supremo Solar. Greeted as an unknown visitor on the Supremo Solar site, we already tailor her experience with recommended initial actions. As Jane starts to interact with this content, Infinity is profiling her behavior. So as she interacts with the second piece of content, we can now tag her as someone that is motivated by environmental causes, and we can make a recommended next step, as well as try and move Jane along in the sales pipeline. In this case, we're offering to send some relevant testimonials to Jane in return for her email address. So we capture her email, and now we can send an email from Responses. You'll recognize this as the email we just configured in the template, tailored for Jane's green persona, with some relevant customer testimonials and some recommended solutions. Jane drills into one of these solutions to go back to the site to configure a custom subscription package. Again, Digital Assistant can guide us through asking some questions to make it easier for Jane to get to the right solution for her. We can capture her mailing and physical address. We can also get details on Jane's typical electricity bill to tailor this solution. Now, of course, Jane can play with these sliders herself, and maybe she wants to increase the solar production because she really cares about getting off-grid. Now, the behavior that Jane doesn't exhibit is often just as important as the behavior that she does. In this case, she may be concerned about the look of these on her roof or the weight of them. Again, Infinity can react to this behavior and bring in a member of the sales team to potentially help. So here we're going to bring Chris, who's a new member of the Supremo Solar sales team, to support Jane. Chris can start to interact with Jane with a full view of everything that's happened so far and Jane's current configuration. Jane's going to explain that she's perhaps concerned about the weight of this on her beautiful older home, but of course Chris has got the knowledge articles that we created earlier right at his fingertips within the sales tool. So he can overcome Jane's concern and make some recommendations for something that might be more appropriate. He can push this configuration back to Jane, and this was exactly what she was looking for, and she likes the price. Chris can move forward and offer to complete a purchase for Jane by sending a subscription agreement. Jane's going to take a look at this agreement, and you'll notice that we've even got a recommended discount that was offered to Chris as part of this package. This is the right configuration at the right price. Jane's ready to accept and move forward with her order.